Hello, my friends. How are you? What is it? Happy Friday. Whatever day it is for you, just pretend like it's Friday. You're getting some Friday energy into this one. Our head of design, Ben, sent me this agency, this creative studio. And apparently they've worked with some really amazing people, so I'm going to check out their work for the first time. Spend maybe 10 minutes. It's going to be like 20 minutes, I already know. Spend 10 minutes going through some of their work, talking about it, discussing it, exploring these ideas. Should be fun. I am going in knowing nothing, so this will be fun to kind of explore together live. So let's do it. Okay, so this is Koto, Koto, Koto Studio. Uh, Optimists building brand and digital for the most impactful companies today, and the founders defining tomorrow. Let's go. Okay, cool. All right, so that's Headspace, and this is iconic. That their brand is very iconic in the feel of it. That is very big. I didn't know that they did. If they did that original work, that is very impressive. Digital. Okay, work with like Netflix. This is pretty impressive. Companies: Coca-Cola, Meta, Airbnb. Wow. All right, so they've been working with heavy hitters, founders. Luke, I don't know. Multiverse, Mutable. Very cool. Okay, cool. So first, you can't have a agency website without having a creative button or cursor. They always do. It's always something. I would never do this on like a different type of site, but it always just looks so good. Okay, let's see. Okay, this was the campaign that he was talking about that he felt inspired by. I love the yellow and black. Yellow and black is like a hack for attention grabbing. Okay, Washington Post. I love this style. Nice. Subtract the noise, add the experts. I think in general, if you do illustration of normal tech, for example, like how this is a box of like a window, that always does super well. Um, type our typeface is, oh, that's so cool that they're just making that easy. Of course, we have the plugins to grab it, but still, it's useful. That's funny. Yeah, this is a really cool style. Um, yeah, it looks like it was in Times Square too. So, like, if you do look at this, for example, and it's super important to think of all the things that you're next to, right? All of these are dark, 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 dark. This one, you know, too many words. This is super engaging. It's like looking at this landscape. This is taking up 80% of the energy. Um, so I think this is very well done. Also, if you look at these questions, they're extremely interesting, right? Like, is work life balance a myth? Do I pee too much at night? These are things that you think about. Why am I up at 3 a.m.? This is a great campaign. So, really like this. Nice to have more billboards. Little QR code. Wonder how well that does. The thing about doing billboard campaigns, it's like, ooh, look at that, that's nice. That was a great asset for them. It's hard to actually quantify billboards. We had done a billboard at a previous company, and it's like, you know, did that work? Maybe. Ted Turner, made his whole career off of them, but yeah, it's just interesting to think about in the modern day. All right, what do we want to check out next? Let's do Misfits. Love this. I'm not even sure about. I'm just gonna interpret their whole site and brand that was done by Koto, so you can kind of look at that. So first, love that it's very like. It has like Gen Z text, but like millennial colors, like the. It's nice. It's like pastel vibe, good use of emojis. These boxes, not a huge fan of the non-circles here. It probably would honestly sit better without this, without the circle around it. But this is nice, like that. Probably hover states would be nice here too. But yes, okay. See, this is like the classic feel, right? I think for many, I wonder what year they did this campaign too, or did their branding, because this was pretty hot style, especially for like, is this a D2C thing too? Is the bar a brand system? Okay, so they just did their brand system. Yeah, product looks great, especially on the box too. This would stand out. Well done, save up to 30%. Yeah, that's nice. Especially when you're adding in these like fake drop shadows. You have to be careful with this though, because here it's not looking super as crisp as I'd want. Like it does look like it was done in Photoshop. Um, that to be the worry. Yeah, these graphics, very nice. It's nice branding. Students, that's interesting. So it's just cereal and bars. That's pretty cool. Liking the feel. Like this was the right thing to do, right? Like that's what Misfits wanted, right? I think a really good example, just so you can understand a comparable, is what was it, Magic Spoon? And I know that the people that did them, I'll have to look at them another time, but it's like a similar vein. Obviously, this isn't Koto, but just to compare their work versus the industry, what they did really well is these like floating. Like that's pretty cool. They've actually updated their brand a little bit, I think, or at least their page. I feel like were they always doing it as a gradient style? They might have updated it in the last year, the last time I looked at it, but yeah, these boxes also pop in. I think they did a bit more, obviously indexing into the illustration, but also like I would imagine Misfits, that brand with bigger, it's just a small bar. They don't really have room to do those big graphics like um, Magic Spoon does, but yeah. Oh no, I clicked their link, their their campaign link. I'm so sorry, it just cost them $1, but I don't know, free promo. Okay, done. They did work with Netflix. Let's check that out. And also, like, the purpose of this too, and why I'm doing this, and I guess why I'm recording doing it, is it's nice to look at agencies, because early mentor of mine told me, like, Adam, there's like 3 companies or like agencies that are actually innovating design and style, and everyone else is just emulating. And the thing that people don't understand about emulating is it's important. You don't have to do a design style that is 100% unique, because it all fits into the context of art and the other culture. For example, if in Web3 the design style is more gradients, um, like if you're a Web3 product, use gradients. It is your calling card to your community. That's what they're expecting, and that's what makes it feel like a Web3 thing. So looking at these agencies, you'll see different styles that they do. Like the work they're gonna do for Netflix is gonna be different than they're gonna be doing for a D2C food company. So seeing those styles though, where they're evolving, and then you can also see where they're pushing and what's new and what's innovative. Like this style's pretty cool, right? This nice iconography. I would consider this an evolution of emojis, right? So like for Netflix, they're not going to use straight emojis. That doesn't work with their brand. It's like this would be an idea of what it means to push the envelope of this emoji style, right? So you're seeing nice 3D. 3D is going to be a lot bigger in the coming years. I think like these types of graphics are maybe not going to be happening as much. We had more like 2D flat design in the past couple of years. Okay, this is interesting. See, and they're also just taking these classic things. Like for example, this is a save icon, right? But they just did a little bit around. They just pulled that out a little bit, and it looks different. and it fits with their brand really well because the Netflix logo. Oh, they don't have it right here. Let's see if I can find it really quick. When it's fully written out, it's the easiest way to do this. The Netflix logo iconically has a little bit of that curve, right, like this. So, updating their iconography, like this is just like people that know what they're doing, right? The save icon, iconically, is straight. But you see, this curve that they've pulled in through the entire brand is now in everything. It's very smart. Except, I guess, not the hamburger menu. That would have been interesting. I'm sure they played with it. But it probably then was confusing to users. But yeah, so this is a good idea, pulling the brand in through. I mean, I guess Amazon might be able to get away with that. But also Amazon isn't looking to like innovate on. They're purely optimizing for usability. Okay. Maybe I'll check out the menu. Let's go. Yeah, my problem with these like cursor things is sometimes you get lag. Ah, that's cool. Berlin, London, New York, LA. Oh, what's up, LA? I'll just quickly go through their maybe Instagram. Yeah. I think generally I'll just do one more because this is. Let's do Bolt. Oh, this is that. That was that. Okay. The Bolt would be interesting to do. And then WhatsApp. Oh, that was their work with Meta. Okay. I just want to quickly compare these two, because Bolt was right like a competitor with Fast, with which Fast, if you didn't know, basically crashed and burned, raised $100 million. They spent it in a year, and they had like 100,000 in revenue or something crazy for the amount of burn that they went through. It's a very good example of a company where you can look like you're successful. Oh, I'm getting way too much lag here. Oh no, we're going too hard. Okay, well it's kind of come back. What's an example of a company where you might look very successful on Twitter and on social media, um, and a lot of people are aiming for that, but then like in actuality, behind the scenes, stuff isn't going right. We actually made an ad. I should actually fully tell this story one day, but we actually made an ad um, for trends, and it was a very cool. It was very cool. Like money was shooting out of a laptop. It was a cool concept. It was novel. It did good. But then we saw that Fast was on Twitter. They're like CMO or something like that. Posted like, look at this ad creative that our team came up with. Apparently, their team literally took our ad and took the exact same script and recreated the ad. I and then like in the comments, everyone's like, "Wow, your team's so brilliant! Like, this is such a good ad. This is so funny. This is hilarious. It's so engaging." Um, and then our CEO messaged her and told her like, "Yo, just so you know, your team stole our idea verbatim. Like, they didn't even change the script at all, and they didn't execute it as well either." I was like, "What is this?" So that when that happened, that made me kind of like question the what was happening over there a little bit. But anyway, let's get these things loaded. I'm probably trying to do too much here. Oh, my internet dropped. If you don't know, let's see. Y'all, we're just going too hard here. The world ain't ready. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, nice. I love this. Yeah, it's like interesting because you'll look at like, okay, maybe you don't like this, but you like this. And that's what's interesting about a brand agency is, are they specializing in just doing a single style that is very interesting? And it's like, okay, we want your style. Or are they going, with the client? And this is definitely a with the client sort of agency. Oh, they do work with Discord? Uber Eats. This is really cool. All right, I'm gonna like follow them much deeper. They weren't doing product design, were they? They did the product design? Brand strategy, design refresh. Okay. Yeah, so it's like displaying the product outside. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, so things like this. Although, to be honest, I honestly don't think this is a very good app store carousel. Um, it is a nice style, but I actually think there's a lot you could do with the app store carousel. Maybe a little dark. Okay, that's cool. Okay, good for them. Um, let's check out the WhatsApp. Let's check out Bolt. And then it's been 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I went way over, didn't I? But that doesn't matter. Okay, WhatsApp. Here. Yeah, that's nice. Big, bold. Love it. Nice wave. This is what Clubhouse should do with their logo. Anywhere. That's fun. It's playful. I mean, that's a tough. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know what I would do for WhatsApp. Unencrypted messages could reveal more than you think. And then it's like from Meta. I honestly would not even put Meta's brand in there. Let WhatsApp stand on its own. Don't connect Meta to it necessarily. Like, I feel like every company that acquires another company feels like they have to put their logo on that brand. And that, like, let that company stand on its own, and they don't have to make that thing, let it be a successful business, because now people are like, well, you're stealing my data, Meta. Like, this basically underlines everything that was said right here. I understand why people want to do it, but I think generally, unless if it's like a core product, if you acquire something, understand why you're doing it. Is it to improve Meta's brand? Is that why they they think they'll do that? But I think it's probably more of a degradation, to be honest. Like, this is good. Like, imagine if Google came out with a browser, like acquired one of the encrypted browsers, and then they put like their brand on it. It's like, you're kind of shooting yourself and that brand in the foot. Free brand and communication for everyone. To be honest, I love like diagrams, but like this, especially if you're doing a billboard, the fact that this doesn't make sense within a second is like too long. So like WhatsApp has to be like, they got like someone stealing your messages or something like that. Like, do it in a visual way that people could understand immediately. This is cool and looks good here, but if it was an actual billboard and that's what you're trying to optimize for, I think probably won't work. Say it, send it. See, like, this is better. Although the issue with this is, that's a cool feature that they have, but it's not a billboard feature. Like, that's iMessage. You're like feature parity with the standard. It's like, oh, that's like a, table stakes. Like, yep, we have what you would expect of a messaging platform. Um, but for them, I guess that was a big push that they just had or something. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. WhatsApp would be a tough one. I'd have to think a while about how to approach that, but I think they did the right things for sure. And then Bolt, last one, shockingly simple. That's cool. Yep. Nice. Ooh. Interesting. This is like cool trendy. Like, who is their customer? Like, is this? I'm actually not sure. If I own an e-commerce store, is that my cut? Like, who is this for? Checkouts faster than you can say in one click. These are cool. I'm getting how they're like super fast with everything, but then you have to be careful because now it's like, um, can see this is very good because you're like getting the fast point. Like these things, I'm a little bit concerned with how quickly they're happening. Shockingly simple checkout. Bolt. That's nice. I need it. Is it bolt.com? Hopefully this doesn't crash my computer. I'm trying to do a simple web search again. Shockingly simple checkout. See Bolt in action. That's pretty cool. It's not magic. It's Bolt. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, this is interesting. It's like make it more applicable. Like of this size, you're losing this much. Of this size, you're losing this much. Get started on making this merch for life. That's cool. A lot of social proof. Looks good. It's a good brand. This is. I mean, like this looks cool. I guess it kind of. I guess that works. Yeah. Anyway, Koto. It's cool. Learned a lot. This is a good reference. I think in general, this practice is fun too. Find agencies you like. Go through their stuff. See what you like. See what you don't like. You'll see a lot, and just follow them. Just kind of get an idea of like what the latest design trends, what people are doing. What would you do different? It just makes you sharper thinker, sharper product designer, sharper builder. And then also, it's really important, it helps fine tune your taste, fine tune your gut, fine tune your intuition. I think these exercises are super important. Um, you know, every day be consuming stuff like this. So then when you create, you have all this inspiration and this wealth of references that you can have. So, I might later think of nice landing page copy from the Bolt, from what I saw with Bolt, or like thinking about the WhatsApp thing inspired me to do this in the product, etc. So it's fun to do this. Hope this is helpful, and don't stop building.